Bayani as hero is not a word you're going to find in the Spanish Tagalog dictionaries before the 20th century. The notation you're going to find is a warrior, a dagger, also a leader, but you're not going to find hero.
All peoples want a hero. It comes from a generation that had need for heroes. Rizal was one of the few ophthalmic surgeons in the entire Southeast Asia. This explains why Josephine Bracken's stepfather went all the way from Hong Kong to Dapitan to have his eyes cured. Rizal knew his place in history and knew that he was important in the way that the Philippines would develop, and he was willing to give up his life for that.
Some of the Filipinos were spending their time gambling, and others were going around with women. But Rizal felt the compulsion to tell people, what are we here in Spain for? We're here to save the country.
He was linked to a revolution which he, in fact, did not approve of. That's the irony of the whole situation. Asking Filipinos to lay down their arms and to go home, assuring them that he was not behind the revolution.
When you think about it, if Rizal sacrifices himself, that's fine. But to see a ruthless side of Rizal, someone who was willing to sacrifice even his own family, is a side of him we don't really see. In the 21st century, people want to have more human heroes. The secret to Rizal's greatness is actually his being human.
He was revered even before his death. But after his death, he was especially revered because there was no one like him.
The fact is, his life and his death inspired the revolution, and our history would not have been the same without him.
Rizal is a genius, a peacemaker, a ruthless man who is only human, but a great hero. By definition, nationalism is a political, social, and economic system characterized by the promotion of the interests of a particular nation, especially with the aim of gaining and maintaining sovereignty over the homeland. Rizal embodied nationalism through his spirit and heart, his love for his mother country, which was portrayed in all his work and the entirety of a short but well-lived life. Who is Rizal in a little boy's life? Rizal was a simple boy who had good and bad days. However, what made his heart happiest was seeing his mother and being back in his hometown along with his family. Rizal was family-oriented. Moreover, Rizal was an observant little boy who noticed the slightest of things he'd see. From there, he started having an in-depth love for nature, life, and poetry. Who is Rizal in a teacher's life? Rizal inspired a great amount of people through his passion and work. He taught us Filipinos a lot of values in which we live by and instill in our lives today, just as teachers do as well. Who is Rizal as a fellow classmate? Rizal as a classmate was someone who always had the ambition to strive to be the best and did not hesitate to help any of his classmates in excelling in their academics. Who is Rizal as a neighbor? Rizal as a neighbor was generous and selfless. He loved his neighbors as he loved his family. He respected anyone and anything. He was a genuine man with good intentions throughout his short but well-lived life. But who is Rizal today?
So, Kuya, who is Jose Rizal?
Jose Rizal is Bayani, di ba? Then his name is Pepe.
Oh.
Born in Calamba, Laguna.
Wow, talino mo talaga.
Yeah.
Kuya, what is a Filipino?
Filipino, it means it's nationality. Di ba?
Opo.
Ng bawat tao.
Sino si Rizal sa buhay niyo?
Bayani. Anong ibig sabihin maging totoong Pilipino?
Ano yung ugali ng isang Pinoy na, Pinoy na Pinoy talaga.
Pinoy na Pinoy. Alaga sa pamilya.
Yes!
Yan.
Sa bayan.
Yan.
Talis na salita ng Tagalog.
Sino si Rizal para sa'yo?
Ako yung mayari natin.
At para sa'yo, anong ibig sabihin na maging totoong Pilipino?
Sa puso, sa diwa, at gawa.
Aspire to be Rizal is to be a true Filipino.
Aspiring to be Rizal is to be a true Filipino.
Aspiring to be Rizal is to be a true Filipino.